It's about a year some change. It wasn't nothing but the growth.
A year and like 2 months.
The growth of this band, of this group, bro. These musicians, these artists, bro, is insane, bro. The people I'm mentioning, bro, is Jay, FTL, and ShockaShawn, bro. ShockaShawn plays keys, bro.
Tickle
FTL, you said what?
Tickle the ivories.
FTL, he's a beast. He's a beast of an ear, bro, when it come down to theory and things of that nature. But he's crazy on bass, and my man Jay is the best drummer I know. Nobody's touching this man. I don't care. I used to really, no shots. I used to really love the Pocket Queen. I still love you, but this my man right here. I ain't gonna cap to you. And my dad played drums. And I used to think he was the greatest, but me and my dad were both sitting and say that's a cap. So y'all are dope for what reason? What makes y'all so dope? What makes y'all the illest? That's my question.
I want to jump in.
What's making us so dope? I'll answer that first. What's making us so dope? I would say we always together. Like that's my brother, that's my dad. We always work together on music, anything. So I say as far as us like becoming dope, like we always gel together with everything. We rehearse everything, even little things, timing wise, chords, everything, anything that got anything to do with music, we all work together with it. So that makes us gel, like makes us real tight at what we do because we always doing it together, which means that we know each other musically. We comfortable in doing things together because we always working together. So I say, even if it don't have to be with just your father or your family doing music, even people that's out there that's not, as far as like family, and you have a band together, I feel like you should always do everything musically together. You should, even when you ain't doing music, you should just be together, period, because that will help you as far as it'll help you build the relationship with your band members and build your relationship with your band members musically, which will help y'all become tighter at what y'all do. So that's really a big thing with us as the Illest band. So
Dopeness, bro.
Another thing I'm gonna add to what you had said, but another thing that makes us like, as people say, like y'all dope or what y'all play sound dope, is that when it comes to creating, whether we're already making like a cover to a song or making a production or arrangement or making a song or a beat, whatever like that, one thing that we do focus on is, of course, making it full, right, y'all? Mm-hmm. And then you have what most people call it as an ear candy. Play what you want to hear, play what we know people want to feel when it comes to this type of genre, whatever it is. It's things like that that's like, you basically gonna give them what they're looking for or what they're gonna expect. You give them that, and then you got the crazy things that you might hear or us do that's like, I ain't know I want that. I don't know what that is, but that jump was tough. That jump was hard. That jump fire, bro. So it's things like that. It's like where it comes into like basic things as is make sure it feel right, make sure you do this, it's intentional, things like that. And you got the other thing that's like shock and awe to like bring a little more color to it and things like that. That's some things that's like make it key for like what we do when it comes to like creating what we do.
I would say that as far as like being dope, if you don't think you dope, nobody else will.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that might come from a place, people might think it comes from a place of arrogancy, but it's just, that's our way of looking at things from a confidence perspective. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like we the dopest at what we do because I feel like we the dopest at what we do. I'm not saying that there's not other bands out there dope at what they do, but to us, we the dopest. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't expect nobody to agree with it, but to us, that's how we dope. Mm-hmm. That's what we do. Thus giving us the name the Illest. We the Illest because we say we are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that, that we better than every band out there. It has nothing to do with competition. It's just about a level of confidence and perspective. That's how we put perspective on what we do. We do everything dope. We try and do everything dope. Everything that we play, we want it to be dope. If we don't like it, being the artist, then how can we expect anybody else to like what we do? So to us, being dope at what we do is imperative for us to feel like what we doing is dope. When we create, when we build and we structure stuff, we asking each other like, yo, what you think, yo? Did that sound like that? Like, to go back to what Jay was saying and what Jalil piggybacking off of what they were saying, is just that we always conversing with each other to see, you know, how we all feel about that. And one of the things I always say is like, yo, if we ain't feeling it together as a unit, yo, we ain't doing it.
True.
Because we gotta play that junk with the fullest, like to the fullest, and we gotta make sure that it's gonna be lit when we play it.
Yeah.
To go back off of what he was saying about making it sound full, because people ask us all the time, like, yo, like, how y'all make y'all band sound full like that, bro? Because people think we tracking this stuff. We not tracking it.
We playing
We
everything.
playing it. So,
Everything.
I mean,
I can co-sign that one.
we putting the work in, like, I mean, and making it sound full. Like every hit, every break we play, I mean, every chord that we play, we always like, yo, need the bass here, or we need this here, or yo, dad, like, straighten out that chord right there. We gonna need a 9 right there instead of you playing like just a regular 7. Like, we just calling out things that we feel like is gonna make the sound fuller and sound, like Jalil was saying, like ear candy. Ear candy is gonna be key. Like, we always trying to make sure that your ear getting a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
So that's our focus. Like, we want everybody to be like, yo, when I hear these dudes play, you know, not for nothing, they go hard. Like, and I guess, and I know other bands is doing this, but for us, you know, we go hard at it. Like, we put our best foot forward.
Now, I want to add my 2 cents into the fullness of things. These guys are capable of sounding like a full-fledged orchestra. It's insane to see how full 3 instruments works together. It's like your mom, you know, old grandma get in the kitchen, she make food and the plate just look full. She got cornbread, candy yams, cabbage, all that stuff, the rice and gravy, chicken, bro. She probably done threw a rib on the plate. It looks full. This is how these guys play. Everything is just, they can take a song, and then everybody say this. I say this about some things. You can never beat the originator, but these guys prove it wrong, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, I want to start a small little fire. I want to start a small little fire.
Saying some stuff.
What?
You saying originated, bro? Like, yo, I listen to a lot of bands. Like, you got Snarky Puppy, you got
Four
Ghost Note,
Corners.
you got Four Corners, you got these bands that's
Dave Matthews.
yeah, Dave Matthews.
They just really good.
Yo,
I don't care what he said. These guys are the best. Okay, so he's being humble, and I appreciate that.
You got Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, what a band should be.
Right.
Like, you're talking about dudes like that, and when you say that, yeah.
This.
Like, I'm not saying that we ain't good at what we do, because we good at what we do. I always say that, yo, nobody gonna beat me being me.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with the Illest. Like, nobody gonna beat us being the Illest. We the Illest. We make the sound. We create it. And it's the same thing with Earth, Wind, and Fire, Snarky Puppy, Four Corners, Ghost Note, any other band that we come into contact with, bro. Nobody never gonna beat Earth, Wind, and Fire in what they do. It's not just because they talented, because them jokers,
They very talented.
they are dope times one.
They are.
So and when you talking about, you know, all the other bands that I mentioned as well, they all are dope. But nobody never gonna beat Philip Bailey at singing what he does. There's never gonna be another Maurice White
Or Dave Weckl Band.
or Dave Weckl Band, or you got Vernis White.
Vernis White. Yeah.
Bro, I mean, these dudes, they are Earth, Wind, and Fire. When you say that. Not Dave Weckl, but you're talking about Vernis White, you talking about Maurice White, you talking about Philip Bailey. These dudes is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Sonny Emery.
Sonny Emery was playing drums with them. Like, I mean, bro, you had what's his name that played the saxophone?
Yeah. I know exactly you talking about though.
But I mean, you got these dudes that are
legends, bro.
You got these dudes that are legends on the instruments, and the people that's playing with them, man, they create Earth, Wind, and Fire. There's no shot at anybody else that may have played with Earth, Wind, and Fire, but if you don't see those 3 faces up there, it ain't Earth, Wind, and Fire. If Vernis ain't on the bass, it ain't Earth, Wind, and Fire. You don't see Philip up there hitting them high-pitched notes and stuff like that. It ain't Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, you got Maurice White, man, rest in peace. Like, these people, these people create that sound. Nobody gonna beat them at doing it because they was the ones who created it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got Four Corners, you know what I mean? And you talking about J-Rod, who's playing drums right now for Janet Jackson, which is, I think, is dope.
Crazy.
That's
But, you know, you talking about those guys
Clarence Hill.
Yeah, Clarence Hill on keys. Like, you got these dudes that's doing these things, man, and these dudes make that sound. Nobody gonna beat them being Four Corners. Nobody gonna beat Ghost Note being Ghost Note, you know what I mean? Nobody gonna beat Dirty Loops. Nobody gonna beat these dudes.
The Hooligans,
like
Bruno Mars.
Like these dudes create their own sound, and nobody gonna beat them at doing what they do. You could try to do it, but it ain't gonna be them. So I mean, that's how we feel about the Illest. Like, we the Illest because we are the Illest. There's only one ill band like that. It's us. You know what I mean? Nobody gonna walk through them doors and play keys like me. I'm me. Right? How you gonna come in here and play my part better than how I play it? Not saying that you can't play lines better than me, but you can't beat me being me. You know what I mean?
That human error behind it.
Because I'm me.
That's respectable, though. That's
you know what I mean? So, and I feel like that's the same thing across the spectrum with anything, as far as music or anything, how it goes. Like, there's never gonna be another. There's never gonna be another Bill Gates, you know, or anybody like that, because these dudes created these companies and stuff. It's the same thing with the Illest. Like, Jalil play bass, like, Jay play drums. There's only one person gonna be able to create them sounds, or those three people gonna create those sounds. That's us three. And so nobody gonna beat us at what we do. That's being the Illest. We the Illest at what we do.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. Now, going back to what you said about taking shots, word on the street is that there could be shots being fired. How do you respond to possible call-outs?
I do this.
Like competition?
8 out of 11, we got shots fired. No.
What you talking about?
Like competition, like people that know the Illest and might sit
Police
there
came
and
out of
say,
it, yo.
you know, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, okay, you real, like, you know, hey, they ain't really like that. Like, my team, you know, you get what I'm saying?
We the type of people, we the type of band, like, we ain't really no trash talking people. We just gonna really be like, yo, like, we could vibe with y'all. We ain't gonna talk no crazy stuff, but we gonna go in there and do what we do, regardless of what's going on, whatever. Who out there, don't matter. We gonna do us, like, and if people could trash talk like, oh, you ain't this, you ain't this, at the end of the day, we gonna go there and be the Illest. That's just us. And if they, I'm not saying like we gonna go there and be on some, oh, we scared, we gonna do us, but
y'all gonna get to work regardless.
we gonna do what we do. Like, we just gonna do what we do. Like, people could trash talk, do what they want to do, but
Factual.
Are there bands like I know, like I said, I know y'all personally. I know y'all in it for the art, but I like talking about hip hop and how nowadays I'm a writer. There's not a lot of people that sit here and honestly do it for the art anymore. It's more so, oh, I know I can make money in it, so I'm gonna make the most catchiest song. I'm not gonna name drop as bad as I want to. I ain't gonna do it. I make the most catchiest song and just make bread off of it. Are there bands like that just they it's not so much as they actually had a background in music or they actually have a passion for it? Are there bands that act on just the money aspect of things, and if money wasn't involved, they just wouldn't do it at all?
I mean,
you have people
saying it's music because making a beat and just putting lyrics on top is way easier than sitting here trying to play, let's say, a Ty Tribbett song the exact way it is and knowing every single hit and whatnot.
Oh, I love Ty Tribbett.
I mean, when it comes to that type of thing, you're saying that, like, so you're asking, are there people who just do the music for the money, you asking, right?
Like, there's no honest art in it. There's no honest passion in it.
Okay, when it comes to that, and you have a guy that's like that, or a female, whoever, it's a group of people that's like that. Me personally, because of what I identify as a musician, or I would call one, I wouldn't call him a musician. It'd be like, hey man, that's how I bank. But a musician, man, live or die, pay or not, man, it's like, yo, I love my music, man. That's how I connect with whatever I'm doing, man, that's how I comfort myself. That's how I talk to myself. That's how I communicate how I feel. That's that thing. So whether I'm getting paid or not, my music is my music. I'm gonna sit down when I'm having a hard day. I'm a chill, play my guitar, or I'm a chill, play my drums, talk to myself. I'm play my keys, my violin, whatever it is. That's my therapy.
Expression.
That's my expression. It's therapeutic, man. So if you just in it for the money, man, me personally, I'm not gonna call you musician because musicians, bro, if they got anything to do, man, they gonna talk through their music.
There's repetition to hold up.
Yeah, I think that what he trying to say is that a musician is an artist. Like,
Yeah.
This a musician, a real musician, don't play for the dough. They get paid to do what they do. You know what I mean? And by all means, but one thing I always, this is saying that I adapted from so many other people saying it to me as well, and I believe it's been proven to be true.
Facts.
That if you are a musician and you play an instrument, bro, because you love it so much, bro, you'll get paid to do it, but you love it. You never working. This ain't a job. Like I don't do it to collect a check.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Although I get paid to do it, I don't do it to collect a check. Now that's not for anybody watching that hear us saying this. We don't play for free.
Yeah, facts.
Because it's something to do.
Yeah.
And I don't expect any other musician to do that either. But it does come. We love what we do, and I think it's hard for a lot of people to accept, especially like when we in certain venues. It's hard for a lot of people to accept the fact that musicians is asking for money because to them it don't look like we working. We having fun.
Yeah.
So to them it's a hobby. You know, like this dude got a hobby and he played drums or he played keys or whatever. Joker should be working on computers because he just fixed my printer the other day. No, I mean, granted, I probably do work in IT, but my real love, my real passion is music. You know what I mean? And that's what I love to do. And so I never could understand how people would say like, yo, I'm not gonna pay them what they worth or whatever the case may be. Them jokers they just gonna come and play for this or whatever, and it should be a hobby to them. That shouldn't be how they make their money. No, musicians are musicians. These dudes are artists. They should get paid for what they do, man. Workman is worthy of his hire. Just because it don't look like I'm working, because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, don't mean I ain't working. I mean, I'm not technically working because it just comes easy to me. I love what I do. Now I put the work in to get to that place to be able to do what I do. How I play on keys, like how he play on bass and what he does on drums. So I put that work in. So, you know, yeah, I love doing what I'm doing, and I got to a place where I love what I'm doing. And you ask any musician, they are never where they want to be, but they okay with where they are, but they are always striving to get better at what they do because they want to be able to express themselves even the more when it comes down to music. But I mean, as far as like musicians doing it to get paid, man, shoot, I don't know too many musicians that do it just to get money. They want to get paid because they got things they need to do, like just like anybody else. But at the end of the day, I think if you're a real musician, whether they pay you or not, you're still gonna do it. And I'm gonna go on note to say that we don't just play for free.
Right.
Like
you gotta make your bread at the end of the day, yo.
If you're not paying your
run that
musician,
check up. Gotta get
I'm gonna
that
say this
check
to
up.
anybody. I don't care what facility you in. Shame on you if you ain't paying your musicians, because those dudes come out and they practice hours on hand.
Put in work.
They at home they practicing. Then when they get to rehearsals and they rehearse and do it well, they kill it.
That's
they do what
blood,
they
sweat, and
do.
tears right there.
You know what I mean? And if you're not paying musicians to do the stuff because it just looks like they having a good time at what they do and it should be a hobby, or like they out there playing basketball, you see dudes in the NBA, they getting paid. They getting paid.
They love what they doing,
great
but
time out there doing it, but they getting paid crazy paper. What's the difference with musicians? Why can't we get paid the same? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go against the fact that we should get millions, but you know, to each his own. You know what I mean? Like, if you can afford to pay us that, then to each his own. You know what I mean? If there's an MBA in the musical realm, where we supposed to be getting millions, yo, somebody put me on. But at the end of the day, like, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Like, musicians love to do what they do. If they get paid, that's great, but they would still do it. A musician would do it for free just because they love music. You know what I mean? They would do it, but that does not say that you should not pay us.
No.
Yeah. Or even offer to not pay.
Right.
No,
we pay you because you having fun.
I know. My man Jay got a project coming out. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Got you. Well, I've been working on this album that I've been trying to put together ever since I would say December. I ended up making, well, no, I would say November last year. I was in Musicians Institute college, and at that point I made my very first like little single. Kind of still working on a lot of stuff, getting it right, but that was I made a first single called Thinking. That was my first song. It was called Thinking. And my dad knew more about Logic and stuff like that than I did. And I was just kind of like, messing around with little beats and stuff like that, hearing little melodies in my head and kind of putting it in the song and kind of building off of that. But my dad was showing me things like how to format it, where to put certain things, like how to mark stuff, like mark this being the verse, this being the chorus, or this being the intro, this being the outro, like stuff like that, like the technical side of, like building songs. So from that point, I started making, other songs. I got about like 5 or 6 songs that I'm working on right now, and kind of still putting titles to it. But the album will be coming. But I'm definitely still working on a lot of things to make it sound better. So I'm on my way to that thing. There's a lot of a lot of beginning stuff that I was doing that was crazy. Messing around with stuff. But it's like my first time, like actually like creating song rather than just playing drums and, stuff like that. Actually getting behind the keyboard, trying to learn a couple of lead tones and building sounds and stuff like that off of that. Yeah. And, with the help of my dad, he a dope keyboard player. He been showing me stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's kind of, it's dope to have somebody like that in your corner that knows the stuff that you don't know, because you could be able to, become a better musician off of that as well, with people giving you information. So yeah, album coming, still working on some stuff.
Hey,
but
look, when it drop, it's gonna be on
dope.
PMO page. I don't care what your mama got you doing. You better stop everything you're doing. I don't care if you got bags in your hand. Say, mama, forget these bags, man.
Take out the garbage.
Jay just dropped the album.
Take out the garbage. Take out the
Yo,
garbage
hey,
first.
make sure y'all show support, man.
yeah.
And speaking of support, Sean, you being the MD, I've heard that you guys have something insane. The Illest is doing something insane in the woodworks. I don't want you to put it out there if you ain't got, if you can't put it out there exactly what it is.
I know nothing of this man.
Tell us, give us a little taste of it, what's going on, man. Just a tad bit.
There is an artist that we're working on. I can disclose his name. It's Victor Mano.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Mano. He's about to drop an album, and it's gonna be lit when it comes out. I'm telling you right now.
Facts.
Just like Shicey just said, stop what you do. I don't care what your mama telling you to do.
I don't care.
Better drop them bags.
Hey, look, if she beat you, it'd be well worth it. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, then go take out the garbage after.
Yeah.
After.
You definitely download this album because it's lit. Like, he got something to say, and I gotta say this, like,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Vic is dope. Like, his expression musically, like what he's saying. Listen to the words. Like, he got something to say. Like, I'm not saying that other dudes is not doing it, because I really believe that every artist has their own way of being able to express themselves. Like, same thing with musicians, and everybody got their own way of expressing themselves. But I love the way he's portraying a lot of things in the album, just pretty much like putting it out there, like, just it's out there, like, I mean, in its rawest form, like. And I think the music is gonna be dope, not just because we're doing it, but because it's just gonna be dope. Like, you know what I mean? So there's gonna be other producers on the album as well.
Yep.
But we the illest. So I mean, the stuff is gonna be lit. So I mean, y'all get a second, yo. I mean, he gonna be coming down. He's coming down to South Carolina to do
about
a video
about 2 weeks,
in
right?
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're doing a video with him, and it's gonna be lit. I think that a lot of people, when he drop his album, it's gonna he about to do it. It's about to be lit. Like he about to be one of the hottest artists out here. And he got some brothers that's about to do some stuff. I won't disclose that information.
Yeah, we not.
But,
that's on.
That I don't got.
That's coming soon.
We on some government stuff.
That's coming soon. That's coming soon.
Stuff, man.
Nah, I mean, but his brothers is dope too. But I mean,
yeah.
But I'm telling you, like all the albums is lit. Like all his stuff is dope, and we've been working with them on some stuff, and you know, expect to see the Illest doing live stuff with them as well. Bro, we gonna be everywhere. Yep. So. I mean, when the tour drops, yo, if you ain't doing nothing, even if you is doing something, you take out that garbage and then have your mother buy you a ticket. Do what you're supposed to do.
Facts.
So you can get your what's
ticket.
that thing? What's that called? That we give y'all? What do we give y'all? We give y'all money. Parents give you money.
Allowance.
Yeah. So you get y'all. I just give jokers money. I don't even have a title for it. Like, Dad, I need this. Here you go, man. But, do what you're supposed to do. Get your allowance money. Save your money up. Get a ticket. Come out here and check us out, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna be loving it. It's gonna be crazy.
Now, speaking of fatherhood, this is leading up into the second question. I mean, not second question, but the next question, right? So, you guys are family. You know, Sean's father. In case y'all didn't know, even though he looks young, he is the father. He's the pappy. And then, you know, Jay and FTL. Now, their story is crazy. How, you know, how they formed and whatnot. It's just it was a blessing of how things worked out. Sean being this, like, bro. Sean's dope, bro. Like, I wish I can go, like, all the stories he told me, yo, like, he's dope, mad dope. Like,
he crying,
man,
don't be crying.
Like, he's in, like real, like, be real, like, keep it a buck. Mad inspiration. But when it came down to growing up with this man, and this question is for you, FTL, I admire your knowledge of theory. What was that like when it came down to, like, what was that like? How did that come about with you growing up? Like, what made you so passionate about it where you know it? I feel like you know what key I'm talking in right now. That's how I feel.
He made me talk in that language. So if I'm being A flat or G sharp for some of y'all, what's the minor third of that? What's the flat seven, all that. So you talking like that, or hey yo, figure out what key this is real quick. Figure out if I'm major or minor, or if I'm diminished or whatever like that. That was that type of thing, and it really just came over time or whatever. Yeah, it came over time. So over time it became like second nature, and it became like natural. So yeah, it just practice make perfect, basically. You know what I'm saying? Constantly getting progression and whatever, and that's why y'all think that I could just get up perfectly on first try or whatever like that. But you know, it really just came over time and stuff like that. It came to become basically something natural that I just do.
I feel you.
You know?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, very dope, man. Very dope, bro.
No, he keeping it up. Like, they're mad dope, bro.
Even in church, man, y'all just be sitting there playing, like, listening to all the keys, man, the different parts of the band, yo.
Bro,
y'all all got y'all significant part of it, yo. And they all put the pieces together, man.
Hey, man, all the God, bro.
What's the hardest hit? Pause.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. We feel you.
What's the hardest hit y'all ever played, bro?
Like song?
Like, even if it's one y'all made up, bro. Like, if you had to get, like, in numbers,
bro, I'm gonna tell you, 4 scoring 3.
Oh my God, yeah, yo.
That was
it's unreleased, y'all. It's unreleased, but
we came up with that during quarantine.
What is it again?
4 scoring 3. It was original.
I'm not gonna lie.
It came up.
Crazy,
It came up. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how it came up, because I remember it like back my hand. We was in a garage one Sunday after church, And I think this when quarantine started to die down, we was about to get out of it.
Yeah,
just about to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we was in the garage fooling around. I was on the electric set. My dad was on the keys. Jalil was on bass. And he was like, yo, we just gonna jam after church. So we came in there. We started playing, just warming up, playing anything. And then my dad came across these notes with Jalil. And he was like, yo, we gonna repeat this. He was like, all right. And he was like, yo, we need to build up a solo for Jay, because it was originally gonna be a solo for me. But it almost turned out to being like a whole song. So my dad was like, yo, we gonna come up with this. And now we ended up recording it. And at the time it was like 4:00, right? Yeah. It was like 4:00. And I don't know.
Just got finished taking those cinnamon cornbread.
Yeah. She was killing that jerk too. Make you want to slap your mama.
Hey, yo.
If you slap your mother,
hard too.
I'm slapping you.
Yeah, I'm but for real, mommy, yo. It was real like, I don't know where the 3, I forgot where the 3 came from. But it was around 4:00, and that's where we got the first number.
It was a time signature.
Time signature. Was it the time signature? Nah, it couldn't have been, because the way it went.
It was just how we was playing it.
Yeah.
We just called it that because it just seemed.
Yeah.
Some confusing.
Fit like what we was playing.
It like, matched the song when you hear it.
4-3. Like.
If I can get a hold of a clip of them,
3, I don't know.
If I can get a hold of them a clip of what they're doing, right, I'll make sure I add it to this. But I haven't even heard that. Have I? Have I heard that?
You wasn't. Yeah, we ain't. No. Yeah.
It's in
the making. I got it.
A bunch of stuff that we made.
If I can steal a piece of that footage, I'll make sure I leak it just a little bit of, just a little bit of, because I don't want no one stealing it. Because it was set. It first said here to all you musicians out there trying to jack a style or whatever y'all trying to do, rob somebody. Nah, it was first said here.
Hey, that's what they can hey, that's what they can figure it out though. That's what they can figure it out.
If y'all ooh.
No, like dead serious.
No, I think people can figure it out.
Yeah, you can.
It's just like I said, everybody got their own way of expressing how they play, and it ain't gonna sound like I'm playing it on keys or him playing it on drums or him playing it on bass. That's just it. Like we all got our own way of expressing ourselves musically. And 4-3 gonna sound different when somebody else, 3 other dudes come and play. It's gonna sound completely different. I could be playing it on keys, then he could be playing it on bass. We got another drummer. It's gonna be different. You know what I mean? Because everybody express themselves differently, whether it's on bass, drums, keys, guitar, whatever. I don't care what they playing. Playing a recorder, like it's gonna be this. It's gonna be different every time because everybody got their own way of expressing themselves musically. Which I appreciate. That's what makes music so vast, because it never has, and I always looked at it like this. Music is never confined in the box. Like music is everything outside of the box. Everything that we deem like is just how I look at it. But everything that is normal is in a box because it's just gonna run the way it runs. But outside of all that is musicianship, and it's bigger than. I feel like music is bigger than what we could explain. Like we could try to explain it, but music is bigger than that. I don't care what the dictionary says or what somebody who is prolific can say concerning music, because at the end of the day, music is different on so many different levels, predicated on the person who's playing it. You know what I mean? It could go in so many different directions. I know people feel like we limited in keys and stuff like that, and we probably are, but I promise you, if I play something in A flat or a B or whatever the key may be, the next time I play it again, it's gonna be different. And the next time I play it again, it's gonna be different again. And then I have choices to be able to choose of whether or not it's gonna be major, minor, diminished, augmented, whatever, however I want to do it, and then what modes I'm gonna use over whatever. You know what I mean? There's formulas, but there's ways to be able to finagle or move around in that. And so the possibilities are endless, predicated on the person and persons playing it. But yeah.
Hey, dope. Look, hey, keeping it a buck, PMO, the illest. Yo, stay tuned for what they got going on, bro. One last question.
Always, man.
One last question. what is the greatest song of all time? The greatest song. I gotta throw that out. What's the greatest
What,
song?
that we made?
No, just it could be what you make. It could be what you say what you made or something that you know. As musicians, I gotta ask that because, like I said, I do write, and I ask people this question in regards of hip hop, though. But musicians, it's something dope. What is the greatest song? And to you, I mean, hey,
I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no greatest song, bro.
Ain't none.
It's too much. Like, you got Michael Jackson, you got Prince, you got.
Okay, well, what's one you gonna put your money up against? Like, you be like, yo, I guarantee you can't give me a song better than this.
Michael Jackson.
Nah, you gonna have to get.
You need a genre.
Artist.
Okay, artist. Everybody in their mama know Michael Jackson, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What's the hardest song he wrote?
Like the most difficult?
Like this is the best, the greatest of all time. I can give you mine. I can give you mine, and I'm probably about to mess it up. What, you got. Hold on, I gotta look it up, bro. I haven't listened to the song in a minute, but it's literally my favorite song.
You got Human Nature.
Stranger in Moscow.
You got
everything.
You got Earth Song.
Earth Song. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one.
You know why that junk is tough?
It's crazy. Earth Song is ridiculous, bro.
It comes from.
I knew you liked that song.
Earth Song
too.
is amazing, man.
That fits
I gotta listen to that, yo.
The reason why the Earth Song is so dope to me is because the way he's singing it, it almost sounds like the earth is crying
like
out,
he's explaining what
like how it feels like.
And then the music that's going behind it.
It's the part when he gets to that.
If I had to take a song to answer, if I had to take a song. If Jay-Z asked me how to make a song cry, that's the song I would pull up against. That's the song I would put up against because that bro, like
Grandma,
that bro, like, hey, that's me though. Because
of that bar.
Bro, it's just,
bruh.
when it come down to, and I said maybe this got something to do with me because I really enjoy the artistry, the art, the genuineness of music. Maybe that got something to do with it. It's just it really I guess it was really heart touched in a sense. But that's to me. If I had to take Michael Jackson's song and put it out, say, yo, that's a song that I would put to say how to make the song cry.
I'm gonna tell you a song that I feel like
we staying on MJ, right?
On MJ.
Right, so because I was gonna say Prince.
You can go there if you want to. You can go there.
Prince did Purple Rain, and if y'all watch that movie Purple Rain, at the end he did the Purple Rain song, and the way he was playing on that guitar, bruh, like I was like, his solo wasn't crazy, but it was the part when he gets to that. He played that, yo. I was like, yo, bruh. Like, I mean, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, if he was a musician in the church, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, he would have shipped the gospel to a whole nother level. Like, I'm telling you right now,
that's real. That's real.
Even with Michael Jackson, like, I mean, yo, you listen to some of these artists, like how they reach beyond the border, like, you know what I mean? Yo, real talk, like, even with Kirk Franklin, like, a lot of people don't like to give him a lot of credit. But Kirk Franklin is the reason why I feel like trap music and stuff like that is out there. But as far as like
start something, they're about to start something. They're about to start something. They're about to start something.
I'm gonna get out of here.
They're about to start something.
I'm gonna get out of here because it ain't just Kirk Franklin, but you got like Fred Hammond. You got John P. Key.
Todd Tribbett.
John P. Key wrote so much stuff, bro.
They made it okay to do certain things.
I'm not just talking about gospel, but like R&B stuff too. That,
they stole. Joe Joker stole that junk.
Yeah, like R. Kelly tried to steal one of his songs. Like, I Believe I Can Fly. You know who wrote that?
John P. Key.
I hear the comments getting a little fired up. What you mean? No, R. Kelly, blah, 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 blah. Nah.
You gotta know the foundation. You gotta know the foundation, bro.
You gotta know. But anyway, back to what we was talking about. The greatest MJ song of all time.
But you got Heaven Can't Wait, Break of Dawn, Butterflies.
No, let's reach back. Heartbreak Hotel.
Uh-oh.
Case closed.
All right.
Case closed.
Me?
Case closed.
Heartbreak Hotel.
No more.
Jean.
Nah, we cool.
Yo.
Heartbreak Hotel,
I'm not going to say Billie Jean because it's so popular.
Thriller is the number one.
I'm gonna definitely go listen to all these songs tonight, yo.
Like,
You never heard of him?
no.
Take off your hoodie, bro.
No.
Hey, he said you was in the dark. You don't know these songs. You sitting up under a rock.
Nah, look though, like.
Nah, there's some people that didn't hear him.
There's a lot of people that haven't heard him. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hit.
And he used to moonwalk or something, yo.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Smooth Criminal?
Smooth, yeah. That's the one. Yeah, yo.
Speed Demon, bro. Yo,
Another part of me.
Hey, look, Speed Demon, bro. We had that on VHS, bro. My aunt had.
We had it on
VHS, bro.
Hey,
my
know about the
late
moonwalker?
aunt, bro. My late aunt, bro.
Yo.
I seen that joint, bro. I fantasized that joint,
Yo,
bro.
Bro, they don't know about the moonwalker. The moonwalker, the movie.
You don't know the Michael Jackson movie?
They don't know about that.
Man, look, hey.
That's for a bad guy.
Hey, look.
If y'all never,
I ain't gonna lie. Speed Demon is in my play. It's in my rotation.
if you never
can't sleep on that
if
one.
you never seen Moonwalker,
Bro.
the movie with Michael Jackson,
bro,
go watch it.
Watch that.
You're missing out on history.
bro.
Go watch it, bro.
But y'all can't really see. So what's the
Music and Me?
Oh.
Yo.
Yeah, y'all sleeping if y'all don't know what that is.
Like, I mean, that was his interpretation of like, yo, this just me and music. And I think that was a cry for help, like, real keep it a buck. Because
Just leave it alone.
I don't know.
Leave it alone.
I had to ask it out because like I said, when it comes on to hip hop, and shout out to me and him normally had this issue when it come down to the great. Like, I can't wait to get him on here, bro. Like, y'all gonna love him. But I gotta ask people in music that question, like, what's the greatest? Because everybody have a different answer. Say there's no honest greatest. There's never.
I can't believe somebody actually has an answer to that.
Nobody has an honest, like a personal answer, maybe, but you can't really I can't sit here and tell you the greatest song of all time, but I can tell you my greatest of all time from an artist. Like, I can name Drake's song right now, Pound Cake with Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, I know what that is.
That's my favorite of all time.
I know what it is.
My favorite of all time. That is the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. Fight me, Tubbs. Fight me. I don't care. Like, it's the greatest of all time. But I gotta ask musicians that because that's a question that always throws somebody in the loop. But anyway, like I said, bro, keeping it a buck, presented by PMO, bro.
PMO.
Brothers,
Yes, sir.
the Illest, bro. Look,
PMO.
Illest, bro.
Shout out to the Illest, man.
Illest, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
Put my money on him. I put my money on these boys every single time. I don't care if they do make me go broke. But look, I know it ain't gonna happen though. But look, like I said though, look out for my man's project. Look out for the Illest. Yo, what's the artist name again?
Mano.
Yo, hey, I'm
Victor
ready.
Mano. Victor Mano.
My boy Vic.
Right here.
Let's get to work, bro.
Look, hey, I like the lyric. I love lyrics.
My boy Vic.
Oh, where?
My boy Vic.
Yeah.
My boy Vic. Let's get to work, bro. Let's get to work.
Hey, look, we don't see it, bro, but look, make sure y'all
Bricks
tune
too. He's
in.
from the Bricks.
Real?
Bricks,
Bricks.
bro. Bricks, boy. Brick
Man,
City.
All white.
New Jersey,
Brick
stand
City.
up. New Jersey,
Bricks,
stand up.
yo.
They don't know what it is.
Look. These guys from New Jersey.
They don't know what it is,
I talk
bro.
noise all the time of how the South is better than the North. But we ain't gonna get into that. We gonna cut it right there.
Chill, bro.
We gonna cut it right there. But like I said,
my
yo,
God.
keep it in the buck, presented by PMO, bro. The Illest. This guy. Yo, we out, bro. We out.